So,
Got two
picking
hours.
up where we left off. Gotta scroll to the bottom of my recap notes. You entered the Temple of Magus. You spent some time looking around, exploring, finding an unstable portal to different planes of existence. A couple of scrolls left behind from before the shattering, it feels, or slightly just after. It's hard to tell. Liquid that charged with the essence of the aether that when consumed causes you to be filled with such raw magic that you are forced to expel it in a wild magic surge, but also restoring your spell slots. Up to what extent, you don't know. You found the cloak that you came all this way for, the Cloak of the Aether. A artifact lost to time. In the secret room, off to the side, hidden behind an arcane lock, you found a circlet. An interesting, unique item, but one that looked to be the same that the champion of Magus wore all that long ago. Exiting the temple, you go and take your rest for the night. Identifying the cloak and the circlet, you learn that the cloak is the Cloak of the Aether that you came all this way for, and the circlet is a cursed item with a soul trapped inside of it. Jack attunes to the circlet, gaining immense knowledge, but his social skills and wisdom seem to have diminished by a little bit. Upon communication with the soul, Jack learns that the soul is from before the shattering. One full of arcane knowledge. And maybe others, if he waited for the memory to return to this once dormant being. Completing your long rest, all of you wake up, ready to continue your quest, whatever you choose your quest to be. So, upon waking up, getting your breakfast ready on your tent right outside of the entrance to this underwater cave in the mountains. Sanric, you step outside. It's a cold mountain breeze hits you and it wakes you up faster than you expected it to. And then it's cloudy, there is not much of a direct sunlight here. And you look up. Make a perception check for me.
Hey. Five. Dude,
It's cold outside.
that's brutal.
Probably should have put a jacket on or a cloak on before you stepped out of the tent. Smells like a mountain. You're not able to glean much from it. It's a nice day.
Pretty early in the morning. I'm a little tired.
Yeah. Eyes are still a little groggy.
Is anyone else up at this time, or is it just me?
Everyone else is up. You're just the first to walk out of the tent. Your Harry Potter-like tent that has absolutely no furniture and just divided sections. It's got
Okay.
like 2 doors in it. It's just 2 sides of a tent.
Well, man, a lot has happened. I would like to go up, use Druidcraft to quick light a fire.
Okay.
And-
The area of the mountain you're on is all rock. You're near pools of water, and it's just stone. There aren't any like dry. There isn't much wood around you at all, and if there is, some of it's like submerged in the water. It's not a very opportune spot for a fire unless you go and collect firewood.
You know what I could do? How far up, like, are we right on the slopes of the mountain going up?
Kinda.
Could I, within reason, climb this mountain to get a better view around on our area around us? Could I get above the forest, pretty much?
You can certainly try.
I would like to wild shape into a deer
Okay.
and start running up this mountain
All
to
right.
get a bearing on our surroundings and see if I could see anything.
Make a either athletics or acrobatics check as a deer. Your choice.
Oh, those are +3. Ah, 8
Which one? Acrobatics or athletics?
acrobatics.
Okay. So you step outside of the tent, look around, take a second, take a breath, and then transform into a deer and start leaping up the sides of this mountain. As you start, as you welcome Nick. As you start bouncing up, you hit a rock and your foot falls from underneath you, and you start tumbling down the side. You are not a mountain goat. You take make a dexterity saving throw.
Nat 1. This is a good start, guys.
You try and catch yourself, and in the process, you like sprain your deer's ankle, and you just full roll down the hill sideways. And you guys are like now coming out of the tent, so you guys saw Devin or Sanric as a deer like start, like he's already halfway up from where he started, and then you guys like still tired, groggy. You just hear a couple rocks fall, and you look over, and then you just hear as Sanric as a deer is just down the mountain. You take.
I'm just like lock-legged, you know, like when the goat pretends to be dead or something happens. I'm just lock-legged going down
How many
the
hit
mountain.
points do you have as a deer?
Oh,
Oh no, my deer's hella dead. I get 2. I think I get. 4.
4. So you guys watch as this deer goes boop, 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 and then it's Sanric all the way back down. You take 11 points of damage to Sanric as you guys watch as he's like tumbling down the side of the mountain.
oh, buddy.
And then you hear
Oh.
as he lands in a pool of water.
Oh,
You're just gonna
You
see
good?
just like
Something
me
the
get up
natural
and
one
just like
causes.
start wiping the mud from my face, like pulling the garbage out of my mouth like a rock, just like flicking it like. I wouldn't recommend climbing. Kind of dangerous, as like I'm winded.
Senric, you're wide awake now. You guys, while you are getting out of this pool, Senric, you hear a scream, like a screeching kind of scream. And all of you like freak out for a second, and you look over, and standing at almost to where you made it, Sanric, at the top, up farther on this mountain edge, is a mountain goat, and it just looks at you. You get the sense that scream was an attempt at laughter at you.
What is it saying?
man.
Because I can speak with animals.
Seems vaguely
Without
unsettling.
casting a spell,
I'm fairly
you can just always speak with animals.
I'm fairly certain that's a trait.
He's just like that.
Built different.
Maybe. Hold up.
He's got that dog in him.
I know the spell exists for a reason, so that's why I want to clarify.
It might be. I thought it was to cast on other people.
Usually it's
You
the
know-
cast on yourself.
Oh, never mind. Yes, I can speak with animals.
You can or can't.
Like I can't speak with
Okay,
animals.
so
I
you
have
need to cast a
it.
spell to do so.
Forgot about that. Yeah, I'll cast a. That's a level 1. Yeah, level 1 spell. Yeah, I'll cast a level 1 spell.
Okay, so it
Speak with animals.
screams
I
at
wanna-
you, and then you cast the spell on yourself, and it like just kind of like looks at you and stares.
Excuse me. Do you happen to see anything up there?
The rest of you hear a scream from this
Oh.
mountain goat, as you know they do. Sanric, you get a response back that I don't even know what would a voice for a goat be?
Great question. Love to
Yeah.
find out.
Oh yeah, me too. You get the response of just some idiot.
Damn.
More than I ever could have expected.
You're welcome.
And I take it you're talking about me, right?
Don't see any others.
Well, okay, very well. And I'm just gonna like kind of hobble my way back to the campsite.
You
Leaving
can
the
now,
goat.
Senric. You are now able to wild shape into a mountain goat if it's an option in your CR levels, because you have seen one.
Let's go.
I don't know what their CR level is, but you've seen one.
I'm gonna when I walk back to the group, I'm just gonna be like, I just wanted to get a good view of the surrounding woods. Again, still kind of winded.
Did you happen to see anything?
While I was tumbling, no, not really. Kind of hard. It was a bit shaky.
We'll mark that one down to the mountain then.
Why didn't you just turn into something that can fly?
Can't do that. Because some sort of law of nature keeps me from doing that until I'm level 9.
Because you are not powerful enough in your magic as a druid. It is a power beyond one you currently are capable of wielding.
It's hard to transform into something with a limb or something I don't
Wings?
have. Yes.
But you can be a fish.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't have gills, but
You can't
I
just
mean-
wiggle back and forth. It's like the first thing you learn.
Yeah, swimming's very different from flying.
is breathing underwater?
Yeah, that's a
But that-
completely different respiratory system.
Oh yeah, Jack? How come
Yeah,
you can't
what-
cast 9th level spells?
I can fly. Why can't Sandrick?
Flying takes a long, strenuous amount of time. It's very hard.
That was a hard. Oh.
I'm sure you'll get to it one day.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna like go over and sit down, just like just nursing myself.
We probably have some cold goulash if you want. Oh, you don't eat meat. Never mind.
No, thank you.
You know, I think we gotta try to come up with like a vegan goulash.
I mean, we can make vegan goulash. Do we have vegetables that we could replace the meat
Is
with?
he vegan or vegetarian?
I was
Because
gonna
those are
say,
two very
good luck
different
making
things.
noodles without egg.
Or
And
hear
you
me
can't-
out,
I know.
You can. You can use apples.
I know.
guys. Hear
I
me
don't know
out.
why I
A
know
good
that.
berry fritter.
A berry fritter.
A good
You're
berry fritter.
vegetarian, not vegan, then.
All right, what is our plan?
Yeah, we gotta.
What do we
Forgot
do?
about that.
Figure out
Cool.
vegan goulash, apparently.
That entire bit was me stalling
It's
while Nick was in the
easy.
bathroom.
Oh,
So we gotta talk to Orlod about what we found in the mountain.
Mhm.
And then
And-
supposedly he may tell us to come back. He may tell us to go on to the Dwarven City.
I think it would be good if we managed to lock down some allies.
That's true.
Or,
But
like,
do you think
real.
he'll even let us in the Dwarven City? They basically told us to give them Ashira's name and try for the best.
Yeah.
It's not. Wait, is it just the dwarven city? It's both.
It's like a
isn't it?
dwarf and elf. Yeah. They
Yeah,
kind of.
it's not necessarily a dwarven city.
Dwarf refugee city.
It's
Magical race
The refugee city.
says. Yeah.
what was it called? Were we told in the name of it before?
Nope.
The city in the mountain.
It's actually Moria.
Yeah.
So
It is.
Actually, Erebor?
The
Are
king
we gonna
is
find
cousin
Thor and
Balin.
Oakenshield? What?
Oh, is this the Lord of the Rings reference?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Anyway, I think it would be a good idea. Maybe we could talk to the council and try to convince them.
I think that would be a good idea.
What are we trying to convince the council of?
to let us in the city.
Oh,
No.
Do war.
I was
Oh,
talking to
that.
War.
Oh, well,
Have you guys ever heard
okay.
of Canada?
I'm hearing you, Sandra. But if like the commander of one of the of the bases out here couldn't do that, how can we do that?
a good point. Age gives them
Maybe-
wisdom.
Maybe if we got them in contact with, man, I'm blanking on his name.
Orlog.
Orlad. That's crazy. Maybe if we got him in contact with Orlad, maybe he could convince them.
But if Ashira thought that would convince him, she now has connection to Orlad, so she would just do it anyways.
But her connection to Orlog is still through us.
Jack, at this point, you hear a voice in the back of your head. Still odd to have that there. Well,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it is always worth a try. Never hurts.
The moon is talking to me.
Gonshu.
Sorry.
The moon?
Yeah,
Moon Knight
it's
reference.
Moon Knight.
Khonshu. Egyptian god of the moon.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Reference to Marvel.
Mm.
But I suppose it wouldn't hurt to try.
And it also, we could get a better grasp on people's opinions on it.
On war?
War, but to fight against the
Oh,
tyranny.
right. Sorry. Yeah.
These people aren't hiding away in a mountain for no reason. Maybe we could gather up some support more
So-
than just
Yeah,
what we
hiding.
got.
What I'm really wondering is we know that they somehow changed people's opinions on magic by implanting fake things into their head,
Or at least Steven.
or at least Steven. I mean, I would assume
Imagine it's just Steven.
it's just the one guy.
Shout out Steven.
Steven.
What a real
Could
one.
they-
What a real one.
My question is why not the rest of the races? Why not elves and dwarves and everybody else?
But the elves and the dwarves are here,
So,
Could-
hiding.
Question:
Jack,
Could I?
what you do remember from your travels is there you have met dwarves that are really against the magic that's happening. You've met half elves that are really against the magic that's happening. You've met halflings and gnomes that are really against the magic that is happening.
Why not these cities? Well, I guess I don't really know they exist, but
Maybe they found a way to defend themselves from it.
It is a bit strange that not, if memories were altered, that not everyone happened.
Seems like it's very specific to places and people. People who work with the government, I suppose.
Regardless, I
Mhm.
don't think we have enough information to even care to
Speculate.
guess.
people that, yeah, say I'm not sure if there's a rhyme or
Take
reason
notes.
to it, because then more people from our hometown, like Old Man Gar, would also dislike magic.
But also, Old Man Gar watched us die because of magic. You can't really trick that out.
They tricked out a wizard to not be one.
I think there's a difference between Steven and whatever's happening in Belarus.
Again, Jack, from the unsettling corner of your mind, you're still not used to it. The only way to truly find out is to ask.
Yeah, in mine, I'm like, who though?
That's not for me to decide. I'm not in control here.
Shut up! You don't have eyes.
I have a way of perceiving things around me.
Jack, you're
You mean-
talking to yourself.
Jack's just kind of like shut
No,
up
man.
mid-conversation and is just like kind of there, but like he's also not there.
He's not talking to me.
Well,
I mean-
regardless, we're losing the morning.
I guess
we gotta get going. It's 7:28. We gotta go.
Yeah, it would
I'm
do
meeting
some good
7:30.
to ask the council questions about
I put
That
out my
kind of
mobile sundial and I light it up.
The Dwarven Elven Council or the Astarian
Well,
Council?
both, I guess. Like I mean,
Oh,
something like this
The-
doesn't just
the
get set up
Starry.
overnight.
Oh, I see.
I'm sorry? Oh, yeah. No, I didn't hear you. What?
Something like this doesn't just get set up overnight.
just like me, for
True.
real, for real.
I don't have the powder that makes me say
Try-
real, but if I did,
Trying to remember
I know we wanted
what
to-
all the council told us.
Mackenzie?
it's in Nick's notes. If you forgot.
Who's Nick? Notes? Where is this
Yeah.
text in the sky?
I was just gonna say, I know we wanted to talk to Orlod, but we can't speak to him until it's dusk.
Yeah, we should at least
We
go
have
into
a
the
whole day.
Dwarven Elven City and see what we can get through before sundown.
Yeah.
So,
So we pack up.
What is our plan?
Did he-
we're going to the
where
city?
We had...
We're gonna try.
Hello, everybody, I'm on my way.
Do
Does
any of you
anyone
know
have
where
a way
it
to
is?
find? Yeah, I was like, does
Yeah,
it's on the
it's on
other
the-
side of the mountain.
Yeah,
Where?
she told us where it was.
She tell you the
It
exact
should
like.
run directly the other side. If we went around the mountain, we'd find it.
Alright, you're just gonna go there by yourselves?
Yeah.
We could very well try it.
Alright.
Who else are we gonna go with, Micah?
Shira, she's kind of got a job.
Grab that mountain, go. He's
Wait,
going away.
what was his name? Derek? Can we get Derek to go
You're
with us?
coming with me.
Well, I'm just asking, are you gonna try and find it alone, or are you gonna go ask for help? Like, she told you
We
its
can
general
try.
vicinity of it's over there on that side. You don't have a path, you don't have an entrance, you don't have any other information other than its general vicinity, which is that half of the mountain.
Is my compass still pointing at the cave?
Your compass is now a normal compass.
Oh, that sucks.
Wild.
Having fulfilled its purpose, it has what appears to be all arcane energy around the compass has subsided, and it is now just a normal compass pointing north, which are still very valuable, by the way, in this day and age.
Crazy.
It's still a pretty good piece of equipment.
We can go orienteering. You have no idea.
I say we head back to
Said the sailor.
the elf camp and ask for a guide or directions.
I mean,
We can get Derek.
I'm not sure if Derek could.
Because this is
get off
a
his post
hidden
like that.
city. I don't think we're gonna be, even though it's a huge city, we're not gonna be able to find it.
yeah, but you think they're gonna spare anyone from the post? They kind of need the hands they have on deck.
At least we could
Aren't
get an
there-
exact check mark on the map or something.
Aren't there other outposts though as well? Maybe we could ask for directions to one of those.
I'm going to visit my
Couldn't we
cousin.
just send-
I don't think we should just walk from outpost to outpost. Eventually, they might kill us.
I mean, we can send Abel or a hummingbird out for lookout and just spot where it is.
This is a mountain. This is big. Look how big it is on the map.
Yeah.
I would
And we're
say
talking
it's
about
a
mountain
pretty
that
big
Shamrick
mountain.
himself fell down.
This is
Samric did not even fall far.
Tumbled, if you will. Roly-poly down.
that was
if
a
you-
hill
if
I
you
climbed.
must.
Right, compared to
the
this mountain, yeah.
But the speed that the hummingbird could fly, it probably wouldn't even be that far.
Is that fact checking?
I mean,
Like a-
hummingbirds fly at 15 miles per hour. I doubt it's farther than that.
You're talking about your homunculus?
Yeah.
What's its speed? It's gonna follow the speed of its stat block, not of hummingbird.
Great. Fantastic. Its stat block speed of 20 feet. Fly 30 feet. Fly 30 feet.
So it can go 60 feet in a round.
That's way faster.
That's not very far. If you're
No, it is
going
not very
to
far.
scan a mountain like this, it is a very big mountain with a huge mountain range.
It was just an example.
To put it in perspective, this is the biggest mountain in the world.
Oh my gosh.
Scaling it and trying, also full of dangers, as you have been told before. So scaling it and trying to find a city might be more difficult than just sending a bird.
That damn mountain go. Scariest thing I've seen all month.
So what do you
Yeah,
guys
no.
propose then?
I've seen Samrick turn into a potted plant.
Have you seen the band, the Mountain Goats? They're pretty good.
the band?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Hold up.
Crazy.
I don't know what's going on. I need to call somebody. Just quick. I don't know if it's a problem. I'm just want to quick check. Make sure.
Samrick, how are you gonna call anybody? We're
Okay,
the only people
alright.
around.
Who gave him the sending stone?
I will be back. I don't. This could be nothing, but we'll see.
All right, we are going to continue on without you.
That's good.
I mean,
Well-
I'm also fine with going back to the elves, the outpost.
I mean,
It
yeah.
don't- I mean, from what I heard, it doesn't hurt to ask.
No, it doesn't. And we don't really know what's going to happen once we get to the Dwarven Island City, and it's better to be prepared.
Yeah, we can get some more information.
And I bet Kadek would have a hell of a time here.
Oh, Kadek
Yeah.
would know where to go.
Oh, that's crazy.
Kadek's
Yeah, didn't
been there.
he- Yeah. He
Oh.
studied here for some point.
This mountain was added specifically for Kadek in the world building. Fun
Crazy.
fact.
That's crazy work.
He said, I'm a
Crazy.
dwarf, and I'm like, gonna put in a dwarven mountain just for Elijah, just for his Lord of the Rings fantasy.
And then he.
It's fine. Still using it.
It really is Erebor.
It really is Erebor. We've been talking about it for like 3 weeks. The fact that this
It's
is Erebor.
actually not. I did it as a reference to, so Elijah could feel justified in his decisions of joining the campaign.
It's actually crowded by monsters because all the dwarves left because.
What? No.
Yeah, you're gonna get there, and all the dwarves are gone, and the elves are all dead.
And there's a Balrog, and everything's awful.
Yeah.
But if we put torches down, then
You
they
guys
won't.
thought the red dragon was scary. Right, what are we doing? Where are we going?
Riley?
The party.
What? Oh.
Yeah, Riley. Where are we going?
But Riley, I was like, why is Riley making the decision?
I said, what are we doing? Where are we going?
Probably to the camp to see if we can get somebody to escort, tell us directions,
Okay.
or any amount to help towards
So you
getting to the city. Walk our happy ass down the hill.
Sorry,
I'm
I'm mad at my iPad because the Apple changed the UI, and I'm trying to edit a photo so that I can print something off.
Yeah, so did
And-
Discord, and it's fire.
What?
I said so did Discord, and it's fire.
Oh, Discord's UI changes absolutely goated, but that's beside the
Pretty
point. I
good.
figured it out. We're okay. So you guys begin the about half a day journey, yeah, to back to the outpost, and you're entering the back of it this time. So as you are walking up, a couple soldiers, bring down their pole arms and point them right at you, get into a defensive stance. You all throw your hands up, and then one of them recognizes you, gives a nod, and allows you to walk through before returning back to their defensive posts.
Wait, it's the guys that gave us goulash!
Well, they fed us! They fed us food!
They're back.
Oh my gosh. Anyway.
It's like, and out of the, and just, we turn around and there's a big pot of goulash, and like, hey!
Can I get the recipe?
The goulash gang.
All right, what are we doing? You guys have made your way back to the camp?
I guess it would best to either find Ashira or the main man, Derek.
Okay. Ashira is nowhere to be seen. Derek does walk up to greet you, as he was the one that brought you in the first place. I take it that your journey went as expected, yeah?
Yeah.
Gesturing to the cloak
Yeah.
and the circlet that you now have.
Yeah, I think I look pretty slick with this circlet. What do you think?
You're also 10 years older.
Oh,
It's kind of aged him. I don't know.
oh, yes.
You do look slightly effeminate.
Now that I am looking at it, yes. Sorry, us elves have a different way of age. And then
Jack is just looking fabulous right now.
Jack, in the back of your mind, you hear, dang right, this circlet's fabulous.
Anyways,
Yeah, go ahead. You go.
we would like some assistance getting to the dwarven elf city. Do you have like possibly like a location that we can have, or maybe like an escort, or like just some way that we can for sure get in?
Or
That
like
isn't
mark it
like-
on the map.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to just show up and then be like, "What the hell are you doing here?" I don't want that to happen. So.
The dwarves are open to trade. Most passergoers that know about the mountain have no problem going in and out. It's the elven part of the city that you'll have issues entering. That is under a pretty strict and heavy guard. As far as getting there, I can speak with Ashira and see if we can get you some escorts.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that sounds great.
Perfect. I will be back. Stay here and try not to make a giant meal. If we were to be leaving, it would be soon. Although it was pretty good. And then he said that as he was like starting to walk away. He turns over his shoulder and then continues on forward. He climbs up to one of the trees, enters one of the huts, and you are gone. He's gone for 5 minutes, 10 minutes,
Not enough time to make a meal.
15.
I seem to recall someone having like 6 bowls of goulash, by the way. So like,
It
he's one
was
to talk.
a total of
3.
3 servings. So it was a reasonable amount, as you could expect for someone who has been under military MRE rations equivalents.
Yeah.
It's about us.
You
like,
guys are
shaming-
sitting around, and you're like getting to the point where you're like, is he coming back? Like, he's been gone. Like, he hasn't left that hut. Like, is he in trouble? Like, what's going on here? Eventually, he exits the hut, grabs his polearm that's just outside the door, climbs back down. I have spoken with Ashira. Due to the nature of our outpost and how we are stationed, we cannot spare any extra troops as a guard to bring you where you are going. I have convinced her to allow one guide to go with you and escort you back to Belaruse.
Spell that.
Belarus.
Belaruse. Belaruse.
Belaruse.
Belarus. How long of a journey is this gonna be?
If you stick to the correct routes, from here is about a day, roughly.
Really?
I mean,
I thought
it's-
it would be
We're
longer.
guided, Derek.
I'm sorry, I did not catch that.
Who was our lovely guide?
Well, you can either have your pick, or I can assign someone to you.
I'll trust your judgment, Derek. That's
Well, as he takes a swig out of his canteen, and you watch as he starts to like look from post to post. It might be better if I just take you. I do not think that most of these troops are available, and the ones that are, I don't think are the best guides per se. I wouldn't want someone of drow lineage trying to guide you during a sunny day. So
that seems rude.
Shady.
no, they are extra sensitive to the sunlight. It hurts them. Making
Why is that?
They are drows are from deep underground. They thrive in the dark. They are really good in the dark. But as a drawback, during the day it's harder for them to see. And as you're looking around now, you notice that the drow that are in this location, the few darks, like gray, ashy skinned elves that are out that you can see, which is very few, have hoods up and their heads are bowed so the sunlight never touches their face.
The Lane
Question.
twins canonically being paler than a drow makes this really funny.
Do I know if there's an Underdark in this world?
Is that Arcana? History?
History.
I think
What
it's
if you ask
either.
Tree Daddy?
I think it's either. If you can make either check. They're both intelligence,
So
but you can make either.
yeah, I'm cooked either way, but we're gonna
That's
see if we can
not
get like a nat 20
true.
here. Nope, we got a
God.
dirty one.
A dirty
This is-
one.
Gotten a 5, an 8, and a 1.
Societies that live underground is nothing new. It's nothing you ever think about. So like him bringing it up, he's like, oh yeah, kind of like that never crosses my mind. As far as anything along the lines of an Underdark, nope, nothing.
Okay.
So when would we be leaving? Do you want to leave now? We'd be getting there around this time tomorrow. If we didn't sleep, or we could sleep on the road if that's what you prefer, or we could leave first thing in the morning, get there around evening.
No, we got nothing to lose.
Did we want to call Orlad before we left, or do we want to just do that tomorrow?
We can do that
just
on the
do it
way there.
road.
That's also
Yeah.
true.
I agree. We don't
Um,
have much to do.
Is your plan to sleep on the road, or do you wish to just power through the night?
Should probably sleep, honestly.
Keep in
I
mind,
still
Sandra,
have-
you have a point of exhaustion.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have a point of exhaustion. I
We've
totally
had a
forgot
rather
about
long
that.
couple days.
So that was a -2 or
Yeah.
-1.
It would have been a -2. Or a negative, yeah, -1. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, -2 to d20s. If we could find a spot, I'm still very tired from the whole endeavor that we're coming from. If that's all right with the party.
Yeah.
You
Sounds
think you're
me.
tired? I feel 10 years older.
Oh, don't start joking
Has
about
that
it.
not
Oh,
worn
Oh,
off?
Yo,
It has
my
not.
back. My back.
Why
No
is-
way that hasn't.
I do not have time for this crap right now.
All right, guys. So
My this is I. Mm,
At least we can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
no, I had to restart my Discord.
Oh, he's alive.
I'm still here.
Yes.
I am still here.
Sure.
No, I had to restart Discord. That was dumb. I hated that. That was so stupid. The components to fix my computer I sent to camp on accident, so I won't get them until this weekend.
Oh my gosh.
Legend.
Yeah, I was supposed to be fixed this past weekend, like a week ago. Like I was supposed to get Friday night. So, your plan is to sleep on the road.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't. All right. All right. If our plan is to sleep on the road, then let's get going. And
on the road again.
Will he be our guide?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Derek,
Crazy.
you watch as he takes his pole arm and like pulls it behind him and like sheaths it to his back, so like the blade is facing down this way, and then it's just like a staff above right here, and waits for you guys to like recollect your stuff, pick up everything, and then he brings you over to one of the small huts on the ground, walks in, comes back out with what looks to be a traveler's pack and camping supplies. And he goes, "All right, it is time to go."
Do we have room in the tent for Derek?
Probably if we pin the flap up.
So the tent is kind of like a Harry Potter tent, except for
Listen to
like
you,
in
I've never watched Harry
concept.
Potter.
It's bigger on the inside. It's so the tent is the size of a normal like 2-person tent, but walking in, it opens up to where you can stand to full height. It's about 6.5 foot ceiling. And there's a door on the right and a door on the left. That was I'm dyslexic. And entering that is like there's enough to comfortably sleep like 2 people on each side. Arguably, you could either squeeze in and like you could make 3 people work on one side, or you could just have him sleep in the middle
That's what I was
hallway
saying.
like area. It won't be. It's not a big area. It's at all. But he could probably make it work. He's taller though.
Hmm.
He's like
I could sleep in
6'3".
the hallway. I don't.
I mean, any of us could sleep in the hallway.
Yeah.
Sandrick would probably most comfortably fit in the hallway.
Sandrick in the hallway.
I wouldn't put Stanrick in the hallway. He's got
Oh,
a
wait,
point of
he's tired,
exhaustion.
dude, Sorry.
Dude, I'm just like pissed off. I'm like, I can't believe they
We'll make
treat
Jack sleep in
halflings
the
like
woods.
us.
It'll be
They put
fine.
us in little cupboards.
Little cupboards.
Cupboards.
They put us in cupboards.
How could they?
I wish I could fit in a cupboard. All right. So are we doing anything, or are we moving on?
We're going on the road.
On the
The
road
road.
again. Okay.
Country roads.
What have I done?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
What?
We both started singing Country Road at the same time.
I don't know how that's crazy. Oh, dang it. I don't want to pay money for a subscription. Okay, so. You guys
That's usually
can...
how it works, Micah.
I'll buy it one time, but I don't want to pay $13 a month for a tool I use occasionally.
My bad.
West Virginia.
It's what I use for creating the map, and I don't feel like
Mountain
doing it again.
Mama.
All right, so continuing onward. You guys make your way down the road. Derek as your guide.
Thank you, Derek.
Derek is going to be making some survival checks.
I like that he's called Derek.
Is there any way we can help Derek?
You can. Would
Yeah.
you like to give him the help action?
I would love to give Derek the
How
help
are you
action.
giving Derek the help action? What are you doing to help Derek?
Is it this way?
Uh-oh, you have to think.
I don't think that's helping.
Oh, I have a compass. I have a compass.
Oh yeah, you have a compass.
Okay. So is Noah or Teo helping with this check?
Probably you, since you have the compass.
All right.
I have a compass.
So you guys start on your journey, and you watch as Derek stops for a second, looks down what looks like a makeshift trail, and he like puts his hand up a little, is like gauging the position of the sun, and trying to determine because it's a makeshift path, but there's a few of them, and you walk up and you go and
Would you like a compass?
okay. That might be a bit helpful. Thank you. And he's going to make a survival check at advantage. Good thing he had advantage. That's a
That'd
natural
be
one.
crazy. A number 1. What was that?
It's
I
a
can't
3.
see it. No.
I don't have a
we're going
character
on a
sheet for
side
Derek.
Derek, my
But I know what his
beloved.
player level,
Oh.
his character level is.
Derek, my beloved.
So Derek.
Okay.
Let's go along in the hopes of getting to the
All right.
Okay. I forgot that that's what he is. So,
Don't call him out like that. I don't like it.
what?
Oh no.
All right. No, I'm doing math. I'm doing math.
I don't have a character sheet for this guy. You are very lucky. That is a total of 15.
How? Oh,
He has
my goodness.
expertise in survival
Like a legend.
because he is a ranger
Oh,
and has taken a feat to give himself expertise in survival.
got lucky.
And because of his current level as a character, his proficiency bonus doubled with his actual wisdom modifier makes it a plus 12.
And he doesn't have a compass?
He normally doesn't need one
Hmm.
because he has a plus
Cloudy.
12. That's what he was doing when you walked up, is he was determining the position to go. You watch as he like takes about 5 steps forward and then like stops you all and he goes up. Ooh, that's almost the wrong way. And then turns and like as he says that, he's looking down at the compass. He turns and brings you down to another path, and he continues onward. You guys travel for a couple of hours. Going to make another check. Are any of you wishing to help in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, can I try to direct him with my map?
Yeah. How are you just gonna walk up to him and be like, shove it in his face? What are you doing?
I'm gonna be like, all right, so if we're here, and the mountain's here, and we're currently going this way, and asking him, trying to explain the past to me, so it kind of refreshes it in his mind.
All right. So as you were walking, he was looking up and down, going, yes, we are here, and this path runs here, but there's another path that runs here, and we really want to avoid that one because there are stone giants that run around that one, and it can get pretty dicey. But if we run this way, it could take way longer, but it's roughly more safe here. But this one is a more hidden path that works the best.
How do you still have that?
Natural 20
It's so much
What do you mean?
smaller.
for a total
What do
of
you mean, how much
32.
smaller?
Looking at your map, it gets to the point where Derek just kind of like takes it from you, and it is like just staring down at the map, and you follow him on this path. And then he stops at a cross section and looks down at the map and looks up and goes, "Well, that's curious. Well. And he hands the map back to you and goes, that's funny, actually. And then he deviates to the left, as opposed to continuing straight on the path you were going that would have curved down to the right. And he leads you forward that way, shaving off 2 hours of your journey.
Slide.
Derek's first time looking at a map.
He's never used the map to get through here because he's memorized the path roughly how
Yeah.
he's supposed to go.
This
And
is like,
looking at
this
the
is
map,
like
with Jack pointing things out, he noticed a path that he could make himself as opposed to following the normal one. So you are now
Yeah.
off the main path on a... This is a never-traveled road that you're going down. You're making one right now.
We got
this is
we
like a
got the
grandpa,
machetes.
I swear Google Maps is faster moment.
Look, guys, look, take this road. Don't listen to Google Maps. I've taken this drive 1,000 times.
Literally a conversation.
Jack's
like
just
that.
moving the plants away telepathically, just right before Derek crashes into him.
Yeah. One last check. How are we helping? Or I can just make a straight roll.
How
Have
are
we
helping?
gotten like a sense of what like are there like path markers or anything?
There was, and
Okay,
because
and
of
now we're
Jack's
on-
check, we are now no longer on the rough and beaten path. We are on a untraveled path.
I don't know how I could help this man, other than. No, I can't
It's
help
like
him.
point out stuff that he can trip on, you know?
Can
Oh.
marking the path that we're currently taking be at all considered
How
towards a
about
help
this?
measure?
I'm gonna give him
think so.
disadvantage.
Oh, how?
Can I bane him?
I'm gonna have a whisk.
I'll grab the
plan
door
working
right
on him.
here.
What is Whisk doing?
He's got the machete, man. He's got the scythe.
He does have.
How about
what
this?
is
I'm
Whisk
not
doing?
gonna make whisk. I'm gonna allow whisk.
Right, I kind of gathered that's what you're doing. What prank is Whisk going to play?
I'm trying to think of what he can do. What he could do to throw him
So-
off.
What I thought would be a funny haha whisk moment is like he journeys ahead, pulls back a branch, waits for Derek to walk in front of the branch, and then lets go.
That, and then he's gonna be like possessing the map.
I was thinking
and
one of
just
those like
having
animal
it
rope traps that just pulls him up by the ankle.
So what's Whisk doing?
everything.
All of them.
Because like this is over a long period of time, so
So-
whisk is just
Not
Okay.
ours, we're in a forest.
So as you were walking, Derek is walking forward, and then the map suddenly floats out of his hand. He goes, what in the? And you see him reach for his pole arm, and like as he spins around, you hear the childish laughter of a Whisk as the map is dancing around his head, and he goes, "Interesting.
Sorry, Derek, we're a little bit
That
cursed.
is a natural 20 again." I assume you have a fake creature as a companion, no? Yes? Maybe?
I guess I haven't really introduced you. This is Whisk.
Hello, Whisk. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And Whisk just is like dancing as the map, just kind of slow, and he goes, "You know, fine. I am sorry to disappoint. The map, please."
Persuasion check. Whisk.
Uh-oh.
Can we keep him? That
4.
was so.
Whisk just kind of like, "No!" and like rolls up the map and whacks him with it. And he goes,
Oh.
"We're gonna be here for a minute, aren't we?"
Never mind.
It's
Do
okay.
you
I don't
need
need
the
it. I
map?
have an idea of where we're going. And he just continues on, and Whisk just is like the map's floating there, and then the map just falls, and Jackie stumbled to catch it, and Whisk is just like arms crossed, floating in the air, just like.
That's my map, man.
He doesn't care. He's not even listening to you. So a little ways onward, Whisk is going to make a stealth check. Do you have Whisk stat block?
I do.
What's his stealth?
+3.
Can he cast invisibility?
Oh, +5.
Can he cast invisibility?
Where's his spells here? I don't know. I don't really
It
What
says
is
it
spell?
should say how many times a day he can cast what. I don't have it in front of me. I don't know
It just
where
says
it is.
Misty Step. Oh,
Okay.
that's a reaction. Hold up. Spell casting. Oh, here we go. 3 times a day. Yes, 2 times a day he can cast
Okay,
invisibility.
so he's not. He's going to 16 while invisible. So none of you see this, and is anyone's passive perception above a 16 or 16 or higher?
16.
Okay, so you just barely catch a glimpse of a branch moving backwards in an unnatural way. And as you are walking forward, Derek, watching the path, looks up. And as he does, this branch releases right into his face.
Cool. Think quick.
He's going to make a dexterity saving throw as I throw my dice on the ground. Easily. It goes flying into his face. Derek, who saw this branch move, because his passive perception is pretty high, because he's a high wisdom, snatches it right before it hits him in the face, and he goes, "Whisk, is this you?" And Whisk just floats up, arms crossed, very upset out of the branch. "I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I will love to see the day." Continuing on. I have already rolled for this check. I wouldn't give it disadvantage because Whisk has unsuccessfully pranked him.
Twice.
Right. The total was a 16. So you guys make it 2. The
The
city...
resting spot.
What? Right. Yes, because you're getting there halfway.
So you continue on, only a couple hours away from...
And contact Orlog at dusk.
Right.
You make your way only a couple hours away from Belaruse. The dusk is now starting to set. And Derek turns. Because of that path that we found on the map, well, with the help of the map, we are only a couple hours away. We could either push on and get a late night's sleep, or just sleep now and work on it in the morning. It's up to you.
How are you feeling, Sandra?
I
You're
am
tired.
exhausted.
If it wasn't for Derek, the group would be moving at half speed.
Yeah.
Favorite
I'm just
terrain,
like,
go burr.
I'm pretty exhausted. If it were up to me, I'd love to spend the night, but if we must push forward, I can try.
I don't see no harm in staying the night in the woods.
Mm-mm.
Me neither. Might be easier to travel by day anyway.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
All right, I will make up camp here. And he takes off his pack and starts setting up a fire and starting to pitch a tent.
Gotta find mountain goats.
Let's see.
Gotta find the mountain goats.
Got to, like, writing that on a note card is really funny. Find the mountain goat.
Find mountain goat. All right, are we doing
Gotta
anything
kill
tonight?
that mountain goat.
Contacting Orlog. I don't remember what the amulet does, or the cloak. The cloak. My bad.
It is
I-
the cloak of the Aether. It is an item. You
I
can
just
look it
know
up.
it's really cool.
Yeah, you can look it up.
Perfect. Bonus 2 saving throws. When you are targeted by an enemy spell, you can use your reaction to absorb a portion of the spell's energy into the cloak. You automatically succeed in a spell saving throw. This property can't be used again until you finish a short or long rest.
So are we contacting him or?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Turns dusk, I guess, and then I hit the ringer up, get the stone out.
Hit the ringer up is a wild way to put it. All right.
Can we
It's not
canonically
fucking
make
button.
this sending stone a Nokia?
Walkie-talkie noise.
No. It's a stone
Like-
with arcane runes.
I know, but like they're really similar. If I slam somebody's head with a Nokia phone, they're gonna die. If I slam somebody with this sending stone, they're probably
Chiseled
gonna
by a
die.
You know,
master
kinda got a point
stoneworker
here.
dwarf.
No,
Is Nokia
it's
into the side of
you
the
can
fry.
call it the
Look-
no. Okay,
The
I
only
think my
difference is there's
walkie-talkie
not
we
a
can set up a
collapsible
whole-
antenna.
the
You
for
say-
all intents and purposes, we can call them Nokia stones. It's
Oh,
still a stone,
Lore-wise,
but you can call it a Nokia
lore-wise.
stone if you.
Wait, no,
decide.
no, no.
And
Instead of saying
The
a
wizard
sending stone,
Nokia
it's a
who invented
Nokia stone.
That's what I'm
You can
saying.
call it Nokia
That's
talkie.
Oh, that's
that's
beautiful.
exactly what I'm saying. It's still a
It's
stone,
because-
but you can call it a Nokia stone.
It's because before they like outlawed magic and everything, there's this company that was known for making sending stones, and
Blackberry?
it was Nokia, right?
I just said it was a wizard.
The
a
great
singular one.
Nokia.
I would just say the wizard who invented the stone, like how a wizard who creates a spell gets a spell named
guys,
after him.
guys,
I
Yeah.
just
guys,
imagine this guy
Caustic
gets tired of
brew.
it, cups and springs.
the very popular, well-known Nokia stones used for messaging was created by the founder Nokai, a great wizard in the ancient age.
Why am I not having this guy write things? What the freak?
Hey,
It's
I still
actually the
went to
guy
you.
that's in my head that
who's
made
reading that
this
off Wizard
phone.
Wikipedia?
Yeah,
Were
Nokai
you?
is the guy in his head.
No, that doesn't exist.
That's what I thought.
Wizardpedia.
We got dial-up on
You said
Nokia.
Wizardpedia.
Dial up. Dial up's for a computer.
Oh, pedia.
You don't dial up on a phone.
I got dial-up for my spells.
What is a Wizardpedia?
I go.
I don't know. That's what I was asking you.
Hey, Magus.
Hey Megas, I need.
It's a document called Mages.
Magus, I need your help.
The moon is not.
The moon.
Going to stay out the moon.
Oh,
Untrue.
that's absolutely wild.
Anyways, we contact Orlad.
Right, so
Sorry.
you sit down, Jack, with the stone, and what are you telling Orlod?
I'm catching it up on how it went. That we got the cloak. We also got a circlet that has a really old dude that existed before the shattering in my head, and explaining all the details of that.
Oh, you're just
Do you
everything,
Do you
then.
want majority that he can give us information, and that he's really old, but he has to remember it over time, and that we're heading to the Dwarven City. And does he
Tell
need
me
us?
10 years.
Nope. He'll figure that out later. And asking if there's any new quests, what's up with the resistance, how is it going, and
Is Steven there?
Has the kingdom of Komar been doing anything?
kind of like a monthly check-in with like your dad, where it's like, hey, what you doing? You go, oh, nothing much,
right.
and then you
Um,
proceed to explain.
Orlod replies with, "Well,
Newsletter.
that's a lot. Your friend Steven made his way here.
Hey!
Got one.
Oh no, I hear this and I go, I take the Nokia and I go, guys, Steven made it. All right.
It's telepathic as long as you're holding it. Doing this
Yeah,
changes.
I know.
Okay. As far as we are aware, the resistance is still growing, which is good. There's a very interesting artifacts that you have found. I don't know anything about them. I can ask around and see if any information can be deemed from anyone within the resistance, if you wish. See what you can find. See if you can find more allies. If we can get an army in the full support of these elves, that would be immensely helpful.
I know you have Ashira trying to make a small militia at the current moment. Our current plans are to head to the council and try to get some sort of information, maybe even sway them towards the cause for the most part.
Okay. See what you can do. See what you can find. Be careful. They are stepping up their attempts at locating mages. They're getting more and more bold. Soon this will be an open war.
Okay.
Horrifying.
We're gonna have to actually start like systematically attacking these people here soon.
It's like the
Wild mixed
shadow.
up to have.
It's like the Shadow of Mordor Nemesis system. Which
Yeah.
I'm the only one here. Oh no, Devin's played Shadow of Mordor.
So I haven't. So
I dabbled. I haven't played it long enough to really
Wait.
know anything.
Well, you basically take over these the guys, the evil, stinky guys, and then they obey you, and you go kill this higher up, and he's like, yeah, all right. So then he tries and he fails, but you can help him, and then he becomes a higher up.
To
You
make it a
basically
marketing scheme of war.
invade their hierarchy, or the hierarchy that Sauron put in place. But that's besides the point.
So this is Lord of the Rings.
Anyway.
Wait,
Yeah,
No.
Mordor is Lord of the Rings.
Stop.
Mordor is lovely.
Port Evo, was Port Evo the capital? Or was
Yes.
that
no,
where
where
we were
Edo is
heading?
where you're not supposed to be going.
No, Port Eva's the capital.
Well, it is the capital. Sorry, I must have missed the question.
We gotta. No, I'm just thinking of like potentially going there.
We are not
It
able to
is the city where mages don't come back out of.
know. I think we might have been killed there.
It's
I
exactly.
thought you were killing yourself.
You were publicly
Exact
executed in your
Mordor.
hometown. You were.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Like Skyrim style. Just, I hope my ancestors.
I don't know, I have
hope
not
your
played
ancestors
Skyrim.
are smiling on you. I know they are for me.
I've not played Skyrim. I wouldn't know.
And then the dragon comes. Comes.
I
comes
know.
down,
I know
falls
what
down.
you're talking about.
And,
Like
and then
Monster.
and then
I
he
got
says.
you. I got you, Nick. I got you, Nick.
And then he
It's like-
says, "School was going to school was uphill both ways."
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Our morning walk. by the way.
I hate that I know what you're talking about, and it pisses me off.
I imagine when Whisk gets into a fit where he doesn't want to do, he turns into Lego Batman, and he just goes, no, I don't want to do that.
What a great movie.
Nick,
Have we
Nick,
watched
this
that
is
movie?
like you're jumping right now. This is insane. Is this like just your brain is running memes as
Look, I'm not
we
even
go
gonna lie.
through life?
You called me. I left my phone in the vehicle, but I was at Dairy Queen eating 1,400 calories of ice cream.
That's so
That's wild.
what are you going to do for Thursday?
What are we talking about right now?
I'm waiting for Micah to like
Well,
continue.
you guys were role played. I was letting you do the thing.
I'm waiting for Micah to continue this conversation.
Lego Batman's canon.
Evidently, no. You guys. I was waiting for Nick to finish his thing with Orlod and then explain what you guys were doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was waiting for the and we go to bed.
Oh, sorry.
I
And we
was.
go to bed.
I'm working on a couple other note things that I didn't realize I needed to be doing. Sorry.
Sandrick's EP.
We can
Yes.
continue this all.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good.
Can we make white monsters canon to the universe?
So
No.
your Dairy Queen order is what now?
Dairy Queen's also canon.
What's your
Yeah.
Dairy Queen order then?
Oh, it was like the limited time. I wanted to get the Reese Pieces and cookie dough, but they said they were out, so then I had to get Oreo and
Liars.
Okay,
and,
so
fudge.
Nice.
sorry.
Take it away, DM. Take back control.
I'm getting stats set up for a couple things that I didn't think I needed stats for, and now I'm realizing I do.
I just
Alright.
played something.
So, continuing on waking up in the morning after your long rest, you guys continue the few hours left of your journey to the Dwarven City. And upon arriving, it's just you get to a main road that is built like carved into the side of this mountain, and you make your way up the rest of the way, and it's just this giant cave entrance with two doors that are they're open, and there are dwarves and a few other species walking in and out and around as you make your way inward, led by Derek.
This is not hidden very well.
The dwarves are not hidden. They are open for trade. They actually make a lot of weapons, great weapons.
Oh,
And then he like motions to the glaive on his back. This is a mix of elven and dwarven craftsmanship. An elegant weapon.
Whisk actually has one. Something of dwarven craft.
You gave the thing a weapon.
Of course.
Not willingly.
I mean, oh, you made
He
a
needs
deal,
one.
didn't you? Oh, that was a mistake. Don't make deals with Faye.
Yeah.
Can I see it?
I'm right here.
Oh,
Have they made a deal with you?
Not yet. Kind of.
yeah.
Ah, well, let's see how that plays out for them. Best of
Denrick
luck
owes
to
me
you.
money supposedly, but I don't need money, so
Yes,
I
the Fae
said if
rarely
you
do.
needed anything, I would buy it.
yeah, and I don't need it, so I'm good.
Dinner goes them one,
Hold on to that
basically.
favor. May I see
Where's
the
my
weapon?
muddy Dracula?
The weapon?
And as you say this, you hear a whisk go, "No, he's no fun."
Mm,
That's
Whisk,
fair.
you could at least show the man your weapon. He's not like gonna steal it or anything.
No, I don't want
You
to
might try to
do
steal
that.
it could be a lot of fun to see how close you get it to him before he starts backing away.
I know where all of you sleep.
As do we.
Does that mean you're gonna give the man the sickle?
As you mention the sickle, he like eyes it to your side and goes, "Oh, okay, fair enough." You get the sense that he's seen it. He's just, you know.
Yeah.
Derek.
All right. Entering the Dwarven City, Derek
Which one?
explains to you. Most of this is the initial part is all open for trade, and housing districts are off to the side, out of the way of most of the populace, where traders and visitors normally don't end up going. And farther beyond that is where the elves lie. If you want to do any shopping before we enter, I am willing to wait, as I am simply just how you put it, glorified tour guide.
Derek, could I ask a question quietly?
Of course.
Are all the traders here in this first section? Are they comfortable with magic?
Well, I mean, if they were uncomfortable with magic, the elves wouldn't be here, so I would think it's safe to say they are.
Will we be running into anyone who's not?
Not here. And if we are, there are protocols for that. Alright, what are we doing?
How much would it take me to scribe a second level spell?
What's the... It should tell you when you look up spells.
What's crazy is it doesn't. Well, it does actually. And you want me to read you word for word what it says? It says it doesn't cost anything.
To scribe a second level spell? That's a lie.
As a wizard on a spell, or as a wizard spell on a spell scroll can be copied, just as spells in spell books can be copied. When a spell is copied from a spell scroll, the copier must succeed an Intelligence Arcana check with a DC equal to 12. If the check succeeds, the spell is successfully copied. That's it.
Okay, so from a scroll, that makes sense. it's basically like pasting the page into your book. You're just basically gluing it in. Then make an Arcana check.
Can I do that with both spells?
How long does it take?
That's a good question. If I known it would have been this easy, I thought I had to pay for it and I had to get the stuff to write it in.
You don't have a pen?
Because it's already all done, right? Or how's that work? Because normally you would have to.
I got
Because-
invisible, I don't have regular ink.
Earlier, when you made me when I wanted to copy Misty Step, you were like, "You ain't got the materials for that, big dog."
Well,
was
I
like,
didn't realize that scrolls were free. I thought they were like any other inscribing. So
Can I get 50 gold back? Or 100 gold back?
did you get Misty Step from a scroll?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Then
We have
that wouldn't happen.
328.
There you go.
Do I
have it.
I apologize. I didn't realize that's how that worked.
I thought you had to. I thought it cost money too.
I'm adding 100 gold to account.
The 100 gold from Jack. Yeah.
So you just want me to make an Arcana check?
Yes. So make an Arcana check for without your intelligence modifier from your crown or from the circlet for Misty Step to see if you keep that or lose that.
Oh, okay. Well, let me unequip it real fast so I know what the modifier looks like. 13. Wait. 12. Which
That's
is
the DC. So
that is the DC.
you're good.
And then I'll do another one for the other spell. No. 11.
Okay. What one was that? That was the
Knock.
knock. Okay. So you lose knock.
And then can I do Dimension Door?
Yeah. I would say these happened the nights before.
Is
Knock would
Dimension
be
Door
with
second level
your
skill?
circlet, by the way.
Huh?
Knock and Dimension Door would be with the circlet. Because it's after you got it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Was it a +8 that I had? I'm pretty sure I rolled a 3. Yeah. Knock doesn't get it. It's destroyed.
You have a +3 with the circlet?
I have a +8.
Oh.
I rolled a 3.
Oh. Dang.
And I really wanted knock.
Yeah.
That's whatever. I'll just take it whenever I level up in Wizard again.
All right. That's.
Oh, Dimension Door's a 4th level
I say
spell?
Dimension Door is a 4th level spell. You
I
can't
don't
even
even
cast
know.
it yet.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you can't inscribe it because you don't have the spell slots unlocked. You don't have, so you would still have the scroll.
See, what's crazy about that is I have 3rd level spells.
You don't have 4th level spells.
Fair enough.
So you still have, I would say you'd still have the Dimension Door because it's too complex. You're like almost have it cracked and like how to just inscribe it, but it's too complex for you to fully get a grasp of.
So do you want me to just keep the spell scrolls in my inventory then? Or are they destroyed?
Just knock. Keep Dimension Door.
Okay.
So are we entering the city?
You are in the city currently. This was a bit of a retcon bit. So, as you are... I hate that. This is doing that. Are you going shopping? Or are you just going to go straight to the Elven Ward? What are we doing?
Could I just
I don't
get
think
a description? What does it look like?
It is a carved out underground mountain. Underground mountain. it is a carved out portion of this mountain. Really large chunk of it, just carved right on out. Using as there are fluorescent lights up above, using some sort of glowing fungus, something. It's hard to make out from the distance. The cavern is over a couple 100 feet tall.
Bioluminescent algae.
Yes, bioluminescent algae as a division. This bioluminescent like fungus that is used for lighting in the ceilings. It is dark but light at the same time. The shops are some of them are stationary, like built out of rock inside of this mountain. Some of them are just vendors with carts strewn around. There are lots of dwarves, a few Dwegar, different kinds of dwarves. You got your hill and mountain, and then some that are like kind of like the drow for elves, but they're like dwarves. So those would be your Dwegar. Not as many of those as you would think, and they're all in just kind of like a society. There are a few humans, half elves, like that around. Derek does lean over to you, Senric, and goes, "We are to clarify on your last question. There are most likely people here who have a unhealthy opinion on magic. But we wouldn't know until they voice their opinions. The dwarves do not stop trade simply because of biases to one side or the other. Trade is trade. Coin is coin. So do keep that in mind. Out of a respect for their trade, try not to use too much magic. The vendors themselves won't straight up ask about magic and won't bring it up. But if you do ask them, the people who live here and work here do not have any prejudice against it and might have something if you ask. Ask them nicely."
Okay, thank you. We'll try not to make any trouble here.
That is a good plan.
I do not
Ugh.
have enough. We don't have enough coin to really go shopping, do we? Or do you guys want to?
Me and I have 300.
I am waiting until I can get those summon tokens.
How much
I'm
does
gonna-
summon tokens cost?
Well, the beast one is 200, and the fey one is 300.
Holy crap!
I also
Is that with insurance and tags and everything, or?
That's the whole works, yes. So I'm gonna save. It's gonna take a while, but we'll get there.
Do you need to buy anything? No. Do you want to see if cash is around?
Do you want to buy anything, Teo?
I think cash is
Cash?
here.
Nope.
Oh,
Cash is a traveling
yeah.
merchant.
You can.
He-
Would you like to look for him?
He travels. No, I'm still trying to steal his whole business thing. I don't really want to see him.
Well, you haven't really made any effort on that, but though
You haven't
Okay,
reverse
I'll do
engineered
that
the
later
image.
today.
you haven't even attempted. So
But I'm going to, is the thing.
the invisible ink.
Well, I say we move forward because we have a half an hour, so we have a half an hour to get into the city and see what
So-
we can find.
When we do make it to the city, what questions are we asking the council?
We don't even. We have to get to the council, my guy.
Yeah, I
We'll
don't
get
know if
there.
we're gonna be allowed to see them yet.
I got faith.
We'll make a plan.
Faith, trust, and pixie dust.
Not in this economy.
not in this economy. It's crazy.
We will make a plan. But until then,
Look,
do we want to just get?
I got two humans, a really short guy, pants the long way, and a weasel. I can make it happen.
Pants
You don't
the
pull
long
out
way.
humans.
All right, so if we're not
You look as
shopping,
much
we're just
brown
gonna go
as they do.
straight for the Elven District.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see what we're dealing with.
At
Gotta
first,
start
I guess.
Buying. We gotta start sowing seeds of rebellion.
So
We
we
dress
try to
up
get public
Sandrick like a
opinion?
jester.
Before we get council opinion.
Derek turns to all of you and goes, but I am uncertain on if I can get you a direct meeting with the council. I can get you into the elven ward of this place at very least.
Now, we will do our best. We're just mainly here. We have nothing. We're gonna see if we can find some supporters here.
All right.
Man, got me a long waiting. I'm tired. Holy crap.
Follow me then. And he leads you through the winding markets. And you see elegant weapons and potions and just rare ore minerals and just all sorts of odds and ends. Yes, Nick.
There happened to be a tune playing that if you listen to it in a certain way, it'll take you to a certain shop.
Gosh.
No,
Oh,
this is not the elven
Not
city
Fingorn.
of Singorn. You're still in a dwarven city. There's a lot of ale. There's a lot of ale.
Kedek. I know
We're
where
getting
Kedek was coming
margaritas.
from.
St. Patrick's Day was recently. We can
There are
celebrate.
no margaritas. It's ale.
Where is the
There's
corn?
no
Strong
margaritas.
pints of ale and mead.
Where is the corned beef?
Sorry,
I
those
don't
are
know.
fake bars.
Dwarves seem like a whiskey type of race.
You know? And what if we just wanted to have...
Continuing
What's in a
onward,
margarita?
you guys eventually come upon a part of the mountain where the rocks forms downward, and you see a gate flanked with two grass blades. Thank you. Grass blades, pole arms at ready, in full uniform. These ones do have helmets on, not like the ones from Epic, unlike their armor.
What?
It's the same color, but it doesn't have the peak thing in the back. It's just a helmet with it's just a simple helmet with a visor that comes down, just kind of like a basic helmet. It's nothing fancy. This printer is making a lot of noises. And as Derek approaches, they all step to a higher attention as he walks up to them. Do any of you know Elven? Okay.
I would like to.
Pretend, no. You're grounded.
Uh,
do this.
I know Sylvan.
Get-
Okay.
Does that get me anywhere?
Can I cast comprehend languages?
Those of you that know
That's great.
Sylvan, as they are talking, you get. It sounds similar, but it still doesn't make sense. It's like
I know
learning a different
Dwarvish.
form of Spanish, almost. It's like I know the language, but I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying?
It's like
it like
listening
Spaniard
to a
Spanish?
Cajun.
What'd you say, Devin?
It's like listening to a Cajun.
Yeah. So Elven is based off of Sylvan. It's like a very twisted and heavily changed version of Sylvan with different accents.
It's like
Root
the
words
Spain-
kind of make sense, but it's like, what the heck?
So, like when you said biscuits for cookies.
Biscotti, yeah. So, sorry, that's biscuits in Welsh. You cast comprehend languages.
Yes.
So as you were doing this, Derek talking to one of the guards, the other guard goes, "Hey, no, please, no magics, no magics." And Derek turns around and he goes, "Please, for the sake of not seeming like a threat."
That doesn't make much sense. But okay.
Yeah, they do not know what spell you are casting. I did not know what spell you were casting. It would be preferred if you didn't.
That's.
It's one, so I can. Wait,
I'm gonna
hold
just
on.
Look at the
Big brain.
blueprint.
Big brain.
Oh,
I asked
shoot.
Mel. I ask Mel if he knows Elvish.
Oh no.
I dabble. Why are you asking?
Oh.
All right, I need you to listen in on this conversation and roughly translate.
They are not close enough to you. I cannot make out what's going on.
Well,
It just closer, just like
Yeah, like Jack is just
Just let your friend do his thing. I'm sure it'll be okay.
all right.
I can't see this anymore. He's a pretty good guy. A
Can't
guy
see
who
it
I
all.
forgot to prep spells for, and now I have this printed piece of paper without the spells. I love that.
Mel's an avid Derek fan.
Here.
That guy's pretty chill. I heard he once ate six bowls of
6 bowls of
goulash.
goulash.
3 servings.
Equivalent to 3 servings of goulash.
What is one serving? Is it like a cup and a half?
I don't freaking
Yeah,
know.
not
It's
that-
like a bowl.
Just a cup.
He's had like
Oh,
half a
no.
bowl, 6 servings of half a bowl.
I'm telling you, it's a cup.
Oh. Hang on. Whoops.
Like I just found Derek's real sheet.
I did!
For the benefit of the radio, we're screwed.
More like this guy.
Um,
He's gonna be like bam, boop, pow, +7 to charisma or something.
I don't think.
Oh
Derek
no,
knows
it was like his survival says +1, but it's a wisdom stat and his wisdom's a +5, so that doesn't make sense. And then I realized that it's cut off because of the way this printed, and actually it's technically higher because his
What if they start just talking in only Kendrick Lamar songs?
yeah, D&D Beyond turning things into PDFs does not work at all. It doesn't even tell me what his freaking proficiency bonus is. Oh, it's 4. So 8. So it would have been higher than 12. It would have been 13. Anyway, and moving on. Eventually the guards open the gate and lead you in. And as you enter, it's entering a completely different realm. As you walk through these gates, you look up and there's the sky with the sun. If anyone would like to, they can make a survival check to determine something.
15.
Unnatural 20.
15.
12.
Anyone with a 15 or higher, you notice that the sun is in relative proportion to the way it was when you entered this place. You get the sense that whatever illusion is being cast inside of this cavern is copying the outside sun to keep a normal daylight cycle.
Remarkable.
Fire.
And it's clear sky. Like, if you didn't see the walls of the cavern you're in, you would think you are outside.
Can I get sunburnt?
It's an illusion.
Wow.
Can I get sunburns?
So the gardens don't really exist then.
There are.
I mean, oh,
If there's
there's
no UV,
bioluminescence.
bioluminescent.
I mean, there are. Okay, I would lie. There are gardens. They are arcanely upkept. And entering the city, it is elegant. The makeshift buildings that they have put up for themselves are better than huts that you've seen. Like, they're
better than our tents.
Better than the starry.
yes, the lowest quality house you see
Is very posh.
is the equivalent of like
Beverly Hills home.
no. I'm looking at social classes. Middle class, like a middle class home, the lowest version of a like on the outer edges of this place, and like the lowest quality houses you're seeing are like middle class.
They're really roughing it out there.
And as you're walking through, there's a lot of elves, and some of them stop and look because a grass blade is walking through the city, and at first there's a glance, and then they glance back, and they see you guys, and they're like, "What the heck? Why is there humans in here?"
What's the short guy doing?
Looks like a
And like the general consensus is, those are elves. And it's not like they're aggressive towards you or in any way, but they're curious and a little concerned. You get the sense that most people in here know what's going on outside of these walls.
Take my hat off again.
That somehow does seem to ease how everything is going, seeing a satyr within their midst.
I only imagined you taking it off like the Discord mod would.
Nope.
Thank you, princess.
M'lady.
Yikes, guys.
It's not happening.
Do
I
not
killed
be
it.
scared.
Thank you for that, Devin. Okay.
I need a Redditor hat, dude.
You do not. I assure you, you don't.
For sure?
I have a
Oh.
trilby.
You know what? Wait,
Okay,
off topic.
that's different.
Off
Well,
topic
not really.
scenario. I know. Off topic scenario. You know what I've just noticed?
No.
I
It is
have not been
9:32.
banned in a very long time.
You know, I noticed that
And,
earlier.
and you
today
know
too.
why that is? You know why that is?
Because
It
you
is
stepped down.
because I have stopped doing my coffee.
Oh.
I was gonna
Oh,
say
I
because he
didn't
hangs out with
know.
Elijah a
He knew.
lot more.
He knew.
Please, let me say
He
racial
knew.
slur something.
He brought it up. He knew.
Whoa. Whoa.
That's what got him kicked the first 30 times.
Anyway,
No. What?
No, there was definitely
legitimate-
sexual things in
okay.
there.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
Okay, that's true.
doesn't matter.
My God.
Moving on. As you guys walk through this city, you also see a few vendors, it's mainly on the outskirts, closer to the edge, and you notice them on the outside of the Dwarven Society as well. There were some vendors selling elven goods, and in here there's a lot of more like food and more like upkeep. A couple gem things here and there. Their society has been upkept. Their trade is still going. The value of a coin still holds. It's not like they were shoved into a corner and are just like a communistic like community, except for like communism where it works, where everything's shared. It's like there is still commerce. And as you are walking through the streets, Derek leads you up to another area. This lightly gated. It's not like heavy walls to prevent people from going through, but it's like this is restricted. Don't go here. To a gate where there are two more grass blades. Their armor's different. Instead of it being like Derek's with the green to help him blend in, and you notice Derek's armor is shifting with colors as it does. These ones are dark gray in color, with a bow on the back and two swords on the hips. They stand there with a long sword, just standing at attention, with the long sword pointed on the ground like this. And as Derek approaches, he turns to you, Jack, and he goes, "If you're going to cast a spell, you should probably do it before we get these guys' eyes shot. They will not ask questions first." Okay. So you cast Comprehend Languages. And as Derek approaches...
Can you imagine a 30-year-old man doing that at you?
As Derek approaches and he waves, he gives them a salute as he approaches. And he starts speaking to them in Elven. Jack, being the only one that can understand, he goes, "I have people to see the council on the behalf of Ashira, the commander of the Grassblades to the south." And they respond with, "On what business? Ashira is still on duty, and so should you. I am aware of the duties that we hold, but we have gathered intel, and we've thought it best that I bring the bearers of the intel, gesturing to you guys, forward here and make sure they got here safe. This is about the war. You know that we have no interest in the war, and what the council say is final." Derek replies with, "I am aware of what the council says, but this might change their mind." Decent charisma. And with that, you might be able to get out of this stupid post and go back to what you were originally trained to do. Make a persuasion check.
Come on, Derek.
Ooh, that's a 5.
That is a 5.
The guard looks at Derek and goes, "That may be true, but orders are orders. You should know that. I am well aware of what orders are. But if you would just let the council hear them out, it might have effect to help the whole city, not just you. We could get out of this finally and go back to living how we were. Only after a big war. We are going to be in a war regardless, you know that." Making another persuasion check, higher DC. But a pass with a dirty 20. Alright, make it quick. And he opens the gate, and Derek gestures for you and goes, "This is as far as I can go. You will be on your own from here. Best of luck. Don't say anything offensive, and Ashira's name only holds so much weight. I'll be waiting for you on your return, assuming you are not executed. Good luck."
Whoa!
I
Dang, I wasn't.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Maybe let's take a minute. Oh my goodness.
But you.
I don't actually say that.
Okay.
I don't actually say that. Sorry, I'm just like I didn't realize we were a threat of death here. Okay.
Well,
I mean, last time we were
from the
branded,
way
so-
that you guys conduct yourselves, Derek is taking the possibility of you saying something stupid.
Derek.
You know what?
If you
Derek's not
start
wrong.
making goulash in front of the council, I'm going to lose it.
The guards usher
Jack just
the
went.
other guard,
Derek's face.
the other guard that Derek wasn't talking to, takes his long sword, and takes it, puts it on his back, and clips it into its sheath, and gestures for you to follow him as he leads you inward toward this elegantly built building made out of intricate marble and granite with bits of rock that you didn't even know like existed. This spectacle of oranges and white and blue. The blue almost sparkles with the reflection of light. Ornate in design. Definitely elven. As you all make your way in to the council chambers.
As we're like walking, I'm gonna whisper to Jack and be like, I can't help but think we're punching a little bit above our weight. Do you have a plan?
This is why I wanted to discuss it before we got here. But, you know.
I gave you time and you talked about ice cream.
He's right, and we're cooked. That's all I gotta say.
Don't worry, don't worry.
You never said it?
I work better under pressure anyways.
With that -3 to your charisma bonus or score.
Still plus 9.
Oh, okay, I was
Proficiency
like,
go burr. Expertise go burr.
Charisma base build go bird.
Not anymore.
No, it still does.
Well, no, I meant not the build. It's not a charisma build anymore.
No.
We got this. Confidence.
All right, as you go.
Fine optimism.
Yeah, the guard brings you in, and he turns to you and in common goes, "Wait here," and then he goes through a set of chambers, a set of doors into a chamber. Sorry, and you sit and you wait for about. What?
While we're waiting, does anybody have any questions that we should ask, that we should discuss in this short time while we're waiting? And while they're thinking of that, I'm gonna ask Mel
Mhm.
if he thinks there's anything I should ask off rip, and also about etiquette, because like I'm sure none of us know actually proper etiquette of a king or to a council.
First off, I only have a vague idea of what you're going on about and doing. I didn't really have like a whole perspective. But like I said before, the only way you're gonna learn is if you ask questions, and if asked the right ones. What are you trying to learn? I don't know anything about etiquette either.
I have been asleep for apparently thousands of years. Do you think I know how elven societies work?
I don't know what race you were, but
It doesn't matter. That was years ago. Best I can do is tell you to be respectful and don't screw this up.
fire.
Or it's our head.
Well,
I don't want to go back to sleep. You know how insufferable that is?
in a last ditch effort, maybe you'll go to sleep forever. We don't know.
What is this supposed to mean?
What is
It
that
means-
supposed to
It
mean?
means in a last ditch effort, if it comes to it, I might,
That doesn't.
in effort to preserve myself.
Nope, that's fine. I've been asleep for a couple thousand episodes. You know what?
I think it's my turn eventually. You know, somebody's got to pass the
All
torch.
yours, buddy.
Fuck.
Well, are we trying to learn
What'd you
stuff,
just
or are we
do?
trying to get them?
I think he just
He died.
dumped something on himself.
No, I got a cramp in my
Oh.
fucking leg so unbelievably bad.
Ooh.
Oh,
Best of luck. All right, what are we doing?
it's like a ham.
I'm going to whisper to. Well, like if we're just trading information, right? Like,
Are we trading information? I thought we were
not
trying to get
trading
them to.
yeah, we're
join.
trying to get them. So what do we have? All that we can try to convince the council to maybe support the war effort.
Well, I mean, eventually the threat's gonna make it to them.
I mean,
They know
If
that.
they think hiding in here is going to keep them safe, it's not going to. Not forever.
You sound exactly like Ashira right now, actually.
the government is altering the minds of people who seem to disagree with them. That's a pretty big point against them. But also, the weakening aether is a problem not only for magic users, but for magic races as well.
And not taking a side at all is taking a side.
They
The
On
wrong
top of
side.
that, we have Astari's secret weapon,
What's that?
potentially being able to hide ourselves magically.
That is true. We do have that.
But I don't know if we'll just have to see how this goes. But I don't know if they're going to be too keen on joining Astari just based on how much support we have.
If only we had Steven here for testimony. Ugh.
If only if it was dusk.
Yeah.
And I mean, them joining us would, help our cause. It might convince other neutral factions to join. But obviously, that's up to them and not up to us.
Right.
So is that all we have?
We don't have to propose also direct involvement with, like, the war effort. We could just
Like goods.
maybe
and
try to make a deal in favor of Astari, I guess.
Could we also could tell them that they're training dragon riders.
That too.
I know that's halfway across the continent, but
They're training Dragon Riders. They're also trying to utilize the Aether by tracking it down throughout the continent.
And who says they're gonna stop at magic?
This isn't a war where you can choose to not pick a side. Especially
Because
for
you're
magic.
choosing that. Yeah.
well, you got all that, Jack?
I think I got most of it.
Cause
We got the weakness of the Aether, people's minds getting affected. The war's gonna hit them either way. They should probably pick a side. Try to potentially negotiate a deal that isn't best for Astari. Did I miss anything?
the magic, potentially finding a way to suppress magic.
Oh, right. That
Mhm.
and being able to potentially hide them.
Suppress scrying, I should say.
Yes, yes. Write that down, write that down.
We also
Okay.
have that the government is smuggling artifacts, magic artifacts.
Well, they probably already know stuff like that. We
Oh,
just
we
need
do
to.
know.
We only should share information that.
We can't guarantee they do know that though. They're kind of limited to the trade that they see out here in the mountains.
Not only
Well,
that, there's
I'm
no. Sorry, go ahead.
not sure how that would change their minds into deciding to start a war with them. They already know they're trying to kill magic users. I don't think them using magical items is going to change much more of their opinion on them.
Mm.
There's also no guarantee that they don't have contact with the kingdom and have struck a deal to try to keep the peace for as long as possible.
I didn't think of that. That's a
We
good
have to be
one.
careful that we don't trust them either, you know.
So as you guys are having this conversation,
The guard that brought you in comes back out to the chamber. It's only been about 5 minutes. And he comes back out and he goes, "The council will see you now. You better have some really good information." And
Not really.
he opens the door
I don't say
and
that.
gestures for you all to go in.
We head in.
Mm-hmm.
You guys head
Yeah.
into
Well,
the
we
chamber.
can't go back now.
Do you want to end it here? It is 10 o'clock.
Yes. Frankly, I am really tired and I still need to make a phone call tonight.
He's got him a point of exhaustion, man.
Apparently, that phone call was not a bad thing. It was a super good thing, and they
Oh.
really wanted to tell me, but I was like,
Heck yeah.
I gotta do a thing.
we love super good things around here.
So, as you guys enter the chamber to have a conversation, we will pick this back up next week.
Are
Are we
Um,
allowed?
Wednesday.
I need you to create an entire presentation with all the information we just gave you on how
PowerPoint.
to
You should.